topic 16 too. You're going to need your notes and a pencil. Our objective this time is to convert in the metric system measurement. Remember we talked about the customary system? Yay, America! Well, this is everybody else in the entire world. So you have to learn this. Why? Because you're not always going to live in Elk Grove, hopefully. So you need to learn this so you can leave, go travel, try new cheeses. Cheese. So it's topic 16.2, the metric system. And we're going to use Roman numeral 2 to call it metric. And there's 3 parts to the metric system. There's grams, meters, and liters. The grams you use when you weigh things. When you're going to weigh your sweet teacher, and you're going to weigh some flour, and you're going to weigh a pile of shoes. I don't know. When you weigh stuff, it's called mass. You're going to use grams. Meters when you're going to use your distance. How far is it from here to Disneyland? How far is it from here to the bathroom? How far is it from here to here? That's your distance. You're going to measure height. Liter is when you're measuring liquid. You know when you go to the grocery store and you get those 2-liter bottles? That's 2 liters. That's why they're called that. Okay. So these are the different types. Now this is what the metric system looks like. And I know it looks overwhelming, but it's very easy to memorize once you get the hang of it. So the metric system is broken up into kilos, hectos, deca, then the unit, which is meters, grams, or liters, deci, centi, and milli. Okay, these are our main ones like this. Your book, for reasons I don't know, has written it backwards. So listen to me, because it will work out better for you. So this is the way that we're going to write it. We're going to write it from biggest to smallest instead of smallest to biggest. Okay? So the way that you're going to write things is that km stands for kilometers. And hm is hectometers. And dkm is decameters. And then just m by itself would be meters. dm would be decimeters. cm is centimeters. And mm would be millimeters. And it goes from biggest to smallest. So going this way, it gets smaller. So it's bigger to smaller. So like if we were going to weigh an elephant, we would use kilograms. If we're going to weigh our sweet teachers, we would use centigrams. Okay, we probably use grams, decagrams, or, okay. If we were going to measure how much water was in the ocean, we would use kiloliters. If we were going to measure how much water was in our soda glass, we would use liters. If we were going to measure how much water is in an eye droplet, we use centiliters to milliliters, so it gets smaller going this way. So this is how you convert with it, and it's pretty easy and awesome. I have 8 hectometers, and I want to know how many meters that is. So here's your job. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down this big old chart, and you're going to star your starting unit. So this is my starting unit, hectometers. And so I'm going to find my hectometers. They are right here. I'm going to put a little star next to it. That's where I'm going to start. Now I want to turn my hectometers into my meters. So step 2 is to count how many places to my ending unit. So I'm starting here. You don't count where you start. And we're going to end up at meters. 1, 2. 2 places I need to go. Now I'm going to move my decimal that many places and in the same direction. Uh-oh, my 8 doesn't have a decimal. Do you remember where that decimal is if you don't see it? That's right, it's the tail. It's the little tail on your dog, right? It's right there at the end. Even if you can't see it at the end of the dog, it's still there. So we're going to move it how many places? 1, 2. In what direction? 1, 2. We're going to move it to the right. 1, 2. So what should we put in here? Zeros. So 8 hectometers is the same thing as 800 meters. So now let's try it again. But this time we're going to do 6.5 kiloliters. So our first step is we're going to star our starting unit, which would be kiloliters. My kiloliters are over here. And I want to turn it into hectoliters, which is way over here. So now I need to count how many places. Don't count where you start. You're going to count your steps. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to move our decimal 4 places. And what direction are we going to move it? We're going to move it to the left. I know because I'm going from kiloliters to hectoliters. So this time I'm going to move it to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what do we put in these empty places? Zeros. So 6.5 kiloliters is the same as 65 10,000ths hectoliters. Okay? So let's try again. Now we have 2,000 milligrams. We're going to turn it into centigrams. So we're starting here at milligrams, and we're turning it to centigrams. So we need to count how many places. One place. What direction will we be moving our decimal? To the left. My decimal's here, so we're going to move one place to the left. And what do we put there? A 0. Okay, last one, you're going to try. You're going to turn 13 kilograms into grams. So the first thing you're going to do is star it. You're going to count and move that decimal over. So I'll give you a second. Okay, so we start at 13 kilograms. So we start kilograms here, and we're going to go all the way to grams, which is way here. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3. So we're going to move our decimal 3 places, and we're going to move it to the right. So it's 13. My decimal is the tail. We're going to move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. We have 13,000. Okay, that's it.